Hey, Shalom, Mark Young.
Shalom.
Hey, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Yeshem Yahushua, by Yeshem Kahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well. And peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word. And sincere, y'all, in truth. Um, Me and the brothers, we like to talk to each other throughout the weekend. I ran across a very interesting vid on Vice about binge watching and how it's actually addictive for people to binge watch because it I guess it makes them have emotional attachment to it and things of that nature, and also a chemical reaction to it, man. You know, this man on the left hand side has really um, sought sought out deep counsel in order to control the masses, man. This is all about really for him to gain more capital, if you will. And no one capital that he wants to control are human beings, man. So I'm gonna give it over to the priest Sakat. The priest Sakat has a couple of precepts and want to bring forth some understanding about this matter. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You gotta read out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get Second Corinthians 2:11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second Corinthians 2:11. Let me share the screen and get to it.
I got a definition too. Okay. Also, bro, when you go to like freedictionary.com, binge means excessive indulgence in anything. And when you go into the origin of binge, it means like to soak. And mainly, what are you soaking? Your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, Esau has you occupied from Yahweh Shem Shah. And
Right.
what you're doing is you're actually indulging yourself in complete wickedness, man. Something that is not beneficial for your spirit,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah, that's why you had that bread and circus type of activity around. Soon, like football season with over with, then you got basketball season.
Hmm.
He always got the masses, especially of our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Spanish, Native Americans. He got you consuming all type of pretty much, what I'm saying, excuse me for my French, fuckery,
Hmm.
because he know who we are, and therefore that's why he got us all into all his madness. Therefore, they'll separate us from Yahweh Bashi Shai.
Hmm.
Come on. That's right. That's right. You want to grab it in 1 Corinthians 2:11?
Yeah, Second Corinthians 2
Ah,
and
that's right.
This is all good.
Second Corinthians, right quick. 2 Corinthians 2:11. All right. Now this is 2 Corinthians 2:11.
Con,
Uh, Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yep. And Satan in this case is talking about Esau, the so-called white man. That's his biblical identity, and he's Satan because he's adverse to the ways of Yahweh Shai. But he's can't, as the hopeful led, he can't get advantage over us because we have that spirit upon us, which is the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shai. We can see past the BS in this society. But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they consume all into the gifts of Esau. That's why he has this Netflix stuff out, the Hulu, all these different internet media sources that our people just continually, soak their lives with, man. Like you talk to Jacob just in the world, like they consume themselves in that stuff. They never have like a time for themselves to study or just try to see who they really are. But you know what I'm saying? So as a hopeful let, we can see past that cause the light of Yahweh shines upon us, you know?
That's right.
And ultimately you think about it like Esau's goal, when his new world order agenda, he wants to dumb down the masses. And therefore you have people just always consuming this reality shows, Netflix all the time, you know, that's gonna be somebody that's willingly just allow his new world order, to get by. He wants people dumbed down. That's why he messes with the food and things of that such because he wants to dumb down masses, and therefore it's not gonna be anybody fight against him with his new world order. He'll just automatically accept it.
That's right. Also, it's a way to social engineer the masses, man. When you look up that word social engineering, it's basically going to how they use imagery as a way to basically uh, influence people to act a certain way. That's why, like in the 1920s, really after the stock market, 1929, stock market crash, like 1929, you had it to where people were coming out with blackface and things of that nature,
Right.
you know, which was made by Edomites. Well, they got the networks. They made it to where they got rid of the blackface and actually got Negroes playing these stereotypical roles, man.
Yeah,
And that was a form of social engineering. You see, because with these various roles that Jake was playing, they were playing like dumbed down, stepping fetch niggas, man.
yep.
You see, so Esau used it as a way to control the masses and to give us a so-called culture, which is black culture, man.
Mhm.
You dig what I'm saying? Now you look on television. The only time there's you see a so-called successful black man is an ex drug dealer that came from the bottom and worked his way, hustled his way all to the top. You see that with empire. You see that with power. You see, and that's the mindset that these kids have, man. They had the mindset of, I'm gonna be a hustler or a producer, things of that nature, because imagery is real. That's all they see, as success. A damn entertainer, man.
That's right, bro. Hey, say elder, I have an article and it's entitled Binge Watching and Its Effects on Your Sleep. All right.
Want me typing in?
Yeah, type this in psychologytoday.com.
Okay. So, help me out.
Yeah,
So,
psychology, or,
okay, I spit it right.
and put in there binge watching and its effects on your sleep.
Effects
Yeah, effects on your sleep.
on your sleep.
Right, time.
Your sleep affects you more than you know. I don't
Is
know if
it
that's the
Michael
one.
Lewis?
Here we go, right here. Binge walking affecting your sleep. Boom.
Come, bro.
Okay, you want me to read it for y'all?
Yeah, I can read it. I'm gonna hit just some main points, bro.
Okay.
This article is entitled "Binge Watching and Its Effects on Your Sleep." This is by Michael J. Brewis, PhD, and it states to protect your sleep and your health, it's a good idea to keep it in check. All right, and it states, I like a good binge watching session as much as anyone. Not long ago, I blew through all 96 episodes of Entourage in about 2 weeks. It seems I'm in good company. According to a recent survey, 70% of Americans are binge watchers. All right. So, Mike, jump down to binge watching and sleep quality. Okay.
Okay.
It states a new study tackles just that question. Scientists from University of Michigan and Belgium's University of Leuven investigated the prevalence of binge watching and how these extended viewing sessions impact sleep. The study included 423 young adults ages 18 through 25. It states researchers analyzed their regular TV watching habits and binge watching habits. The latter defined as watching multiple consecutive episodes of the same TV show in one sitting, along with assessments of their sleep quality, fatigue, and insomnia. Now, this is the report. They found strong links between binge watching and sleep problems.
Mm.
Slightly more than 80% of participants considered themselves binge watchers, and among those, slightly more than 20% had binge watched at least a few times a week over the past month. Among people identified as poor sleepers, about 1 in 3 experienced poor sleep quality linked to binge watching. Binge watching was linked to insomnia symptoms, fatigue, and poor sleep quality.
Hey, hey, just right there alone, that's the exact way that these elites want these masses to be in that type of spirit. Like when they enforce their new world order, you got people like this to deal with. It's nothing but zombies, man.
Time.
And they're gonna easily accept this new world order agenda. They go into the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. They're gonna easily accept it, no questions, man.
That's right. Just one more paragraph. It states there may be a number of factors involved. Researchers in this study found sleep disturbances from binge watching were a result of mental stimulation that came from extended viewing in the evenings, a form of stimulation known as pre sleep arousal. Being exposed to the content of the programming, storylines, action, imagery stimulates brain activity and alertness, and the duration of a binge watch session creates enough pre sleep arousal to interfere with our ability to fall asleep. Watching
Mm.
back-to-back episodes of your current favorite show may feel like a relaxing escape at the end of the day, but it's actually getting your brain fired up, not helping it wind down. It states
That's right.
binge watching is a relatively new phenomenon, and scientific findings about its relationship with mental and physical health are just beginning to arrive. Recent research links binge watching to feeling of loneliness, as well as depression and anxiety.
Mm.
You know,
Hey,
so if I could just add, hey, we shouldn't put our effort and might into watching all these crazy ass TV shows because it has nothing to do with our salvation. If you're gonna binge something, which means to soak your mindset, you need to be doing it within the scriptures. Now we understand it's a balance in everything, but at the same time frame, it's not profitable for you to continue to watch something repeatedly for an entire fucking weekend.
right.
That's true.
Hey, Mike, can I get this Psalm 64 for you? That fit right in.
Come on.
All right. This Psalm 64 and 6. They search out iniquities. They
Yeah, and what is iniquities? Iniquities is classified as wickedness. Who is that? Going into the elite, because a lot of these scientific researchers are funded by the elite. Okay, and the reason why they're gathering all this information because they're trying to prevent your connection with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
He said they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Meaning they accomplish a diligent search. So that is the reason why they're so profound in bringing out this Netflix and Roku and all that shit because they understand that if we put these TV shows, on this mechanism, then all we have to do is, market it as well as we can to get the general public to be consumed.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying with this fuckery.
Yep. Because these TV shows and these movies, especially on the television, they already have spirits on them.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? People, they be overly consumed in them, and therefore that's why they have those demons upon them. They have insomnia. Man.
That's right, bro.
You know?
That's a demon. You know.
Right, so they said they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Uh-huh.
Because Esau, he's wiser than they, as the scripture say, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because he studies the mind of people, man. Therefore, that's how he has these masses in his hand. That's why you look at these masses as going, which means a cattle,
Right.
So they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Right, right. So you're not messing, you're not fooling around with no idiots. And the reason why their inward thought is so deep because they work on the left hand side of Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, they get their information mainly through their warlocks and witches, man.
But the Most High should shoot at them with an arrow. Seldom should they be wounded.
Uh-huh.
So they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Right. Hence this article right here. Okay. Hence the what you call it, the whistleblower, and so on and so forth. Because that's how, you know, a lot of this information is being released. Because the Most High basically is putting that spirit upon these people to do so. Why? Because this prophecy has to be fulfilled.
That's right. And the biggest power of the Illuminati is with their secrecy.
Right.
You know, the average so-called Negro and Hispanic, you know, they know about the Illuminati now. So all that information is brought out there in the front now.
Yeah.
So it says, so they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them should flee away.
Mm-hmm.
And all men should fear and should declare the work of Yahweh Bashar Shah, for they should wisely consider his doing.
Mm-hmm.
The righteous should be glad in the Lord and should trust in him.
Right, and that's what we're doing. We're trusting in Yahweh Shem Shah. Just like 2/3 of our people and these idiots are seeking Netflix 10 times more, well, we're going to seek Yahweh Shem Shah 10 times more.
And should trust in him, and all the upright in heart should glory.
Okay.
That's right.
We're going to play that video, bro.
Come on, I'll play the beat right now. Let me know if y'all can hear. Hopefully y'all can. I think you'll pick this up.
Okay.
I'm going to check the feed too, bro.
Okay, come on.
Premium streaming services are preying on our psychological weaknesses, and they know it.
We good, Akio?
Yeah, it sounds good right there.
Right there.
Rather than thinking about them as part of millennial mating rituals, we should think of streaming services as faceless, all-consuming algorithms trying to sell you more of what they've already gotten you addicted to. You don't just like The Office. You might actually have a problem. Crystal, have you ever binge watched any of my shows? No. Wow, that's boring. According to a 2016 survey, over 90% of millennials and 88% of those in the Gen Z category have engaged in binge watching a TV series. And according to Netflix, their users are streaming over 140 million hours worth of content a day. So why is it that we would rather spend an entire day on our couch, drowning in takeout with the blinds down, watching a season of Stranger Things in one sitting, over walking the dog or doing the laundry or seeing other human beings? Well, it's because binge watching has essentially made you an addict. And I know that sounds like a stretch, but it's kind of true. Everyone's gotten into a fight with their partner over them like watching the show without the other person. I guarantee someone is like emotionally disturbed enough to kill them. And that is literally front page. Netflix and kill? Clinical psychologists have said that binge watching marathons of your favorite show trigger a release of dopamine in the brain. And when you're engaged in any activity that triggers the release of dopamine, the chemical that gives the body a natural high of sorts, the brain reinforces and motivates continued engagement in that activity. Your brain is telling you not to stop, so you don't. And that's how experts have seen people build up something resembling an addiction to TV shows. The neural pathways that lead to drug and sex addiction are the pathways carrying the same pleasure chemicals throughout the brain during marathon sessions of TV. Much like Facebook and Instagram being designed to prey on our psychological needs for validation from others, streaming services have found a way to exploit our psychological need to complete things. Humans seriously struggle with unresolved storylines or communications, which is the driving force behind what makes us want to finish a book we didn't like reading, a long saga of movies that haven't been good since the first installment, or a TV series. Which explains why the entire internet complained about Game of Thrones during the entire 8th season, but couldn't stop watching it because we just had to see how it would end. When you combine that with the fact that our brains project real emotions onto characters and events on screen that we're invested in or identify with, you're left with a person who is not only experiencing a mild high, but is now emotionally immersed in fiction and has a very real psychological predisposition and desire to see it end. And that person will put off living in the real world to see how a pretend one comes to a close. especially since with streaming platforms, you're not forced to wait a week and return to your life like you are with broadcast TV. And all of this coupled together with the time commitment of binging 10 episodes of your favorite emotionally manipulating shows contribute to the reason why you're left feeling drained after you finish the latest season. This borders on withdrawal because your brain's level of stimulation drops drastically in a matter of seconds when the credits appeared on screen. And it won't surprise you that a study done by the University of Toledo found that out of 408 participants, 142 of them self-identified as binge watchers. And those 142 binge watchers reported higher levels of stress, anxiety, and depression than the 266 people who didn't identify as being binge watchers. And these streaming platforms know all of this. That's why the CEO of Netflix, Reed Hastings, said in a 2017 statement that their biggest competitor is sleep. And we have all had that internal monologue at 3 in the morning of, all right, just one more. And that's why streaming services release full seasons of shows at once, and all of the episodes end with a cliffhanger. Because cliffhangers cause stress, and your brain tells you how to relieve that stress. Just wait that extra 5 seconds and click skip the intro. So, in conclusion, binge watch responsibly. It's not a matter of if you will binge watch something, it's just a matter of how long you'll binge watch for. Hey, it's Lee, and if you want to see more of these,
Yeah, man. So you got a lot of people out there that are dealing with dopamine overdose. I was actually doing a little research on that. Hope I can spell it. Dopamine over usage or overdose. Really, I think it goes into exactly what the priest had brought out, Abaya had brought out in his article here. A lot of people are feeling anxiety and stress and things of that nature. Really because they are going too hard on these shows, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, the so-called white man has it to where these people, you know, are really just feeding off of the masses' sicknesses, man,
Yep.
which they create, the order of Apkeo doctrine. And it says, what happens when you have too much? God damn it! What happens when we have too much dopamine? Dopamine problems are implicated in ADHD, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, depression, bipolar disorders, binge eating, addiction, gambling, and schizophrenia. Having too much dopamine in the wrong place can make you psychotic. And what have we been seeing as of lately? We've been seeing a surge of people that's on these various psych meds. You see, really, you know, in the so-called black community, more people are committing suicide. Why is that? Well, it's the stuff that they're watching.
Yep.
They're constantly in a state of addiction, man. You know, the state of euphoria. You know, which is unbalanced to you. You know, when alluding to what's that? Proverbs, the 11th chapter. Unbalance is an abomination most high. When you're in a constant state of euphoria, you know, and something bad happens to you, how are you going to react? You're going to react in a melodramatic way. You see, and this is what the elite are benefiting off of, man. This is what they are really doing all these studies and things of that nature for, to make sure that the masses are dumbed down, or be by the video, the vids, or the various episodes they're watching, the food that they're eating, right? The school system, all this is used as a means to control the people, man.
Right.
So it's kind of like pick your poison, you know?
That's right. Cause you notice, like, like, mostly like the women of our nation, they really be heavy into those reality shows, TV shows. You know, they
Yep.
try to live what they see on TV. They try to incorporate what they see on TV in their own relationships, not knowing that all this shit is scripted. It just to show you that the power of this television has on our people, man. And I
Yep.
got a quote right here, bro. This is from Richard Nixon, and he says, "The American people don't believe anything until they see it on television." And you
Mm.
just think about it. Just say like some type of tragic, incident happens in the news, and Esau constantly pushes this out in the news every day, every day. The more he pushes it out, the more the people start talking about it. You be at work or something like that, they'll bring it up. Like, you see this on the news? And once Esau stopped pushing that vibration out on TV, you don't hear nobody else talking about it anymore. It's like they just automatically forgot about it, you know?
Yep. Hey, Jeffrey, what's it, Hipstein?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying word.
yeah.
Hey, he came and went, man.
Good.
A multi-millionaire that had, you
Billionaire.
know,
Yeah, billionaire.
basically a billionaire
Mm-hmm.
that basically built an empire off of pedophilia,
Yep.
right? He came and went. No, funeral, nobody, nothing. He just gone.
Yep.
Like, all right, y'all niggas stop talking about it.
Exactly.
But here, this guy, R. Kelly, he's the worst guy out there now,
Right.
according to the television.
Yep. That's right.
You know, that's the power of TV is real, man. When you bring up Jeffrey Hipstein to the to Jake, he be like, well, that's what they do. But when you bring out R. Kelly to the masses, niggas got all types of opinions. Well, he should get lynched. He need to be hung, man. He needs this, he needs that. But you don't have the same. You don't have any opinion or any sentiment when it comes to a guy that's in league, which CNN brought that out. Now the various these various so-called news outlets, because it's really a mind control outlet. Brought out that he's in league with the higher up, the elite. Case in point, Bill Clinton, Trump, things of that nature, man.
Good.
Just you have no opinion. And what's crazy is this guy, Jeffrey Hipstein, he had a damn picture of Bill Clinton hung up in his mansion. Bill Clinton with a damn dress on.
Oh boy.
And that just swept underneath the rug, like, that's what they do.
Good. That's crazy, man. I
You know? So we're in a time of the so-called white man being revealed, man. One for his hypocrisy and two for his witchcraft, man. You know.
Alright. So I got one for y'all.
Come
Isaiah 60:1. And it says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh Shai is risen upon thee." It's risen upon the elect of the nation of Israel. That's why it says in the book of, if I'm not mistaken, Baruch, as it say, you become illuminated. In verse 2, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. For Yahweh shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee." So gross darkness.
That's right.
You got it, bro.
And how's that happening? What's happening with his word, man? It says in John 17:17, sanctify them with thy truth. Thy word is truth, man. We are being made holy with what? The understanding of the scriptures, man. And with the understanding of the scriptures, we were able to go into these topics like binge watching, any topic that the so-called white man has covered up, with his lies and with his policies. We're able to go and diagnose it for the wickedness that it is, man, via these scriptures.
Yep.
You see?
Mm-hmm. See, let me get the Isaiah 29 for you, bro.
Isaiah 29,
Yeah, 15. That's what you called for.
kind of 9 and 12, right?
Mm, about the woe to them that seek deep counsel.
Is it 12 verse 12?
No, verse 15.
Verse 15, you close.
Yep. Nah, I ain't got that one. All right, this Isaiah 29:15. Woe
Mm-hmm.
to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh Bashir Yahushua, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who see us and who know us.
Woo! And who is that? Well, that's the elite, man. They seek to hide their counsel, you know, by having these various think tanks, these producers, all these various shows, that instill in the masses a certain way of conduct. Now the agenda is to push homosexuality and transgenderism, man. Why is that? Because he wants to control sex. In all aspects, this man wants control, man, which will make him what? The god of the earth. But what is the Most High going to do? Well, eventually, and it's starting with us revealing who he is. Eventually, the Most High is going to destroy the covenant cast that's over the people, man. And how's he going to do that? Well, one, as I stated, he's revealing the so-called white man, and two, he's going to utterly destroy this system, man, by nuclear fire and also with his son Yahweh shall return him.
Right.
Okay.
I got a precept for you all. Get Job 5 and 12, bro, and I'll read it.
Okay, Con. Hey, can he finish that in 16?
Oh yeah, Khan, no problem, bro.
Okay,
Then
this
I
one.
got you that. And then
Surely your turning of things upside down should be esteemed as the potter's clay. For should the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or should the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding.
hey, so what's that? Proverbs 16:4. The wicked are created for the day of wickedness, man. Loosely paraphrasing. The so-called white man was set up ultimately by the Most High. You see, and he's about to be used up. His purpose on the earth has been fulfilled, and so the Most High is going to do away with him.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's it.
And
I should get the revelation.
no,
I
go
got
ahead.
that Job 5 and 12 for you. You want to break down, priest?
Bro.
Hey, this is Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty,
Khan.
so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Right.
Ooh,
The enterprise. What's the enterprise? It's actually going into their success, which is the new world order. All right.
that's
And
right.
all these devices that Esau creates is pushing towards that agenda. Whether it's, basically keeping you binge watching, all right, or any other idolatry, it's, and this is actually reflecting towards our nation to keep you apart from Yahweh Shem Al Shai. You see? But the Most High is going to disappoint. He's going to disappoint Esau, right? Because hey, at the end of the day, according to the scriptures, hey, Israel will prevail, man.
That's right. That's right. Hey, so the Most High is about to take down this so-called white man. It's apparent, man. You know what I'm saying? It's apparent, and the reason why we know is because hey, we are those uh, two witnesses that are standing up in Revelations and prophesying. You see, and because we are standing on our feet, the northern and southern tribe, which consists you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, guess what? They're in great fear, man. You know, they're in great fear, and they're gonna try to come down. Because they know that their time is short. But the Most High is gonna lift up a standard, man. So we're living in some beautiful times. Hey, did y'all brothers have anything else?
Yeah, I got Revelation 18 and 23.
Kind of. Revelations
18.
18, right? Now this is Revelation 18 and 23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee,
Yeah,
and the voice.
okay. Go ahead,
Say
bro.
again.
Yeah, no, that D, the reference point for D within the scripture is referring to America.
Con, con. Because if you read up on chapter in verse 1, I
Kind,
believe it says the Babylon the Great, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, verse 2, bro.
Verse 2.
Kind.
Excuse me. No, I'm playing.
These scoffers and shit. Yeah, he said verse 1.
God. Hey, Revelation 8 and 23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and
Kind,
the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. Nice.
bro. And part of those sorceries, okay, is actually a television and so on and so forth. Because hey, it's affecting other nations as well. You have, people that like is what in Japan, they have Netflix and so on and so forth, so they're binge watching on certain shows. And to prove the point, when you go into that term sorceries, it means not only pharmaceutical but also magical arts. So what is a magical art of Esau? The fucking television, man.
Yeah, that was a fool. You did that.
Damn.
You did that. Damn.
Yeah.
Come on. Anybody has anything else?
Nah, they hit home.
No, brother.
I think the point was made, huh?
Turn.
God, yeah. I think so. Man, dude. This nigga's the devil, man. Hey, most high willing, you brothers and you sisters out there were edified. I want to give all praises. This is what we want to give all praises. Salakia. We want to give all praises to Yahweh by
Right.
Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Karkadash. A double honor to the apostles and elders that rule well. And peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity, also in truth. Shalom.
Shalom, my
Shalom.